Hello and welcome back to another episode of Doctor in a Bikini. I am coming at you live from Anaheim at the Magical USA's. I am wearing my new t-shirt and this is the first video that I am actually recording. I keep saying I'm gonna do it and I keep putting it off. Spoiler alert, I actually did it one time and I just overthought it and deleted it. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna be my authentic self. I'm feeling very magical. This is the night before USA's. And I wanted to make sure I remembered to bring all of my gear onto the road so I could do this video. Man, first and foremost, have you ever stayed in a hotel by yourself? Let me say that again, by yourself. That in itself is so magical. I love you, Connor. I love my coach, I love my friends, my family, but man, being by yourself is like a whole other level of relaxing. Even though I traveled yesterday, so today is Thursday, usually the day after I'll hold some water weight. Oh my God, I woke up like a lean, mean fighting machine. If you saw my little post, I sent it to Connor, a picture of my check-in. He is the sweetest person ever. Okay, backstory in case you didn't see it on my Instagram. So I sent him a picture of my check-in. I said, I feel like a Power Ranger today. And that came from my first year of competing. I used to get really in my head about feeling lean enough, ready enough, insert whatever descriptor, enough, right? And finally he looked at me one day, he says, Shan, you literally turn into a Power Ranger and then you show up to the show looking like an Avenger. So I texted him this morning saying I look like a Power Ranger, and he is so cute. He showed my picture to all of his coworkers at work and he's like, everyone says that you don't even look real. So anyways, back to being alone in the hotel room. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Usually I would edit this out, maybe, but you know what? We're on a video, so that's too much work for me to go back in and edit it. But I've got, let's see, a quarter of a gallon left in the next 3 hours. So I gotta get going. So pardon the drinking noises. I tried to back up and I was all polite and covered my mouth for the camera. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, being by yourself is just amazing. I mean, usually if you're like me when you're home, you find some way to still be productive even when you're supposed to be relaxing, like cleaning your kitchen or cleaning your bathroom. You're like, oh, I'm finally home and doing all these things is so relaxing for me, so I'm just gonna do it. But here, there was no excuse. I literally just had to sit my happy booty on the bed pictured behind me. Speaking of the bed behind me, 10 out of 10 recommend bringing your own blanket to show day. It is so comfy, cozy, comforting, and relaxing and fuzzy. I think that was literally from like a FabFitFun box. Best box ever. Tomorrow, I am magical number 134, and my sweet friend, Lindsay, I got her this book, Angel Numbers book, from Mystic Michaela, and I left it at home. This was the first time I left it at home, so I texted her because I actually gave her my original book. So I said, hey Lindsay, can you please send me what 134 means? And you guys, let me update you. It is the cutest thing ever. So before I read you the description, I'll tell you all about like check-ins and all that, but I was sitting in check-ins, and if you remember, because this is a tradition for me, I do a pre and a post-show episode. I was sitting there, and just like if you remember when I won the Iron Games show in 2023, the Phoenix Iron Games, it was their first one ever. I remember I had like a little psychic moment at check-ins that I looked at the little overall winners cards and the backpack, and I actually took a picture of it and I sent it to my husband Connor, and I said, I know this sounds crazy, but I felt like I was looking at my stuff. I felt like that was mine and I was taking it home tomorrow. And I felt very chill, lackadaisical, if you will, going into the show, because last year, actually, super fun fact, I was supposed to do this show in the summer and I was over it. I didn't feel mentally invested for a national show, so I dropped out of USA's last year to do that overall show, and then I won the overall. And I was like, oh my gosh, I never would have done that show. And I showed up just very, like I said, very chill. I did not expect anything, let alone first place, let alone a freaking overall title and being supported to go to Amateur Olympia for free. And I just now connected those dots that this was supposed to be the show. And that's how I feel for this show. So I don't know if it's a hotel room and being by myself. I don't know if it's just that, which I have some big news to share with you guys. If you're listening, I'm not sharing it on Instagram for a while, but I will share it with you because you're listening. Because of all the stuff going on right now, I just showed up this weekend feeling just happy to be here. I feel very at peace with the 2024 season ending after this show. And that is actually, I think, potentially the first time I felt that way. Last year, obviously, there was my wedding, and the year before that, it was my very first year, so I didn't really have I didn't know what was going on. But this is the first year that I think I've reached the end of the chapter for the year, and I feel very content with closing it for the year. I don't feel any bit of FOMO about, well, maybe I'll do North Americans because it's close, and it's actually on my birthday weekend, fun fact. I thought that I was going to be tempted, to do the Nationals show in December, but surprisingly, I feel very, very, very content with this being it, regardless of the outcome. Also, if you're watching the video, I'm so sorry. My hair, it is like natural Hot Mess Express. I just let it dry because I'm going to get my hair and makeup done professionally tomorrow. So you were just looking at natural Shannon, no makeup, no brushy brush of the hair. So thank you for loving me. But I kind of glazed over the number, and then I will tell you all the news if you just keep listening. I promise I won't forget to share it because it's pretty big news. But number 134, this is why it's so cool. The check-ins that I experienced today were just like the check-ins I experienced for the Iron Games show. I had these chills that were just up and down my body. I felt like when they were displaying the pro card, and I hate saying this because I don't want to jinx it, but it really felt very similar to how I felt with that show. So I wanted to come on here and document it, even though that's a little nerve-wracking, because already it's just been such a magical time, and I've just never felt this content and confident in myself and very emotionally secure, which if you've done prep before, and if you've done prep multiple times, you understand how cool it is every single time just to feel more sure of yourself, to be more aware of what you need, to be more aware of your triggers, or be like, oh, yep, it's week 3. Makes sense. I'm feeling or week 3 out from the show. It makes sense that this is how I'm feeling. Because usually for me, that 3 to 4 week mark is right where some sort of questioning comes on. And I don't think that ever goes away, but I think you become more successful with identifying your tools to help shut it down. Okay, please forgive my ADD brain, but if you've ever seen New Girl, I just thought of the episode where she's like, shut it down. So yeah, I got these magical warm and fuzzies when I was sitting there. And listen to this freaking prompt of 134. 134, it's titled, It Resonates. Your soul is aligning to its purpose. Pay attention to the times that you feel enthusiastic chills running through you and look forward to what is coming. Get in the habit of stopping yourself when you feel excited today and ask yourself to take a deeper look. And wow, because that's exactly how I freaking felt during check-ins. I just wanted to soak it all in. And that's my advice to you if it's your first national show, if it's your first show in general, or honestly every show. I think you always appreciate all the little moments, and you wish you took more pictures, or I've been trying to do just that. I've been trying to there's a fan going this way, so my hair keeps blowing in the wind. So on the camera, I just keep like messing with my little baby hairs. So yeah, it's been a really magical day, and I felt very present. That's a good way to explain it. I felt very present. And yeah, there's nothing better than feeling present and having no expectations. So I feel really good. I feel really, really good. Whatever that means, I just feel good, and that's all that matters. So But yeah, I guess running it back. So my sister actually lives here in California. So when I landed, it was really nice. I got to go see her in her new house, and that was awesome. I did a tarot read for her with one of my mini tarot decks. This is like my favorite spring summer deck. Y'all watch me on camera, so I don't have to live with it because the hairs just keep like tickling my little nose. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, this deck, if you don't, I swear it's not as scary as it looks. It's actually like a really uplifting, very feminine power type theme with these cards. So I've got a few different decks. If you're new here, we are a little spiritual and a little witchy around here. And I do have my crystals in my bag, in case you're wondering, because I know you were gonna ask. So yeah, I gave her a little reading. We got to just hang out for a few hours, and it was really nice to catch up, because I think sometimes when you're an adult and also when you're a competitor, I feel like sometimes we really have to try and be intentional with the times of our relationships, I guess, or making time for our relationships. And I just feel like my sister and I haven't had that kind of time where we had some really deep talks and deep life updates, and that was also just a really nice highlight of my weekend. So came here, she brought me to my hotel, and like I said, I've had just peace and quiet for like 48 hours almost, and that has just been chef's kiss. Again, adulting, you don't get that uninterrupted time, so that has been really nice. And there's some other girls here from my team that I haven't seen or haven't met before, some I haven't seen in a little while, and we're all in different classes, which is kind of cool, because again, if you're not new here, you know that I root just as hard for the people around me. So low-key, I'm hoping that, you know, we aren't all in the same class, so that way everyone can win. That just makes me happy. Not that winning's most important, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just tell you the big life update while you're listening, because I don't know if I have anything else show-wise. This was going to be a pretty quick episode. I just wanted to come on and document how I was feeling, and who knows, maybe I'll say more on my post-show episode, but the pre-show episode, you're looking at it, just prepping for the next day. So once I get off of here, I'm going to measure my food. I've got my Ziploc baggies. I'm going to pack up all my stuff, so that way in the morning I can just get up and go. Makeup is at 5 a.m., so is hair, and then tanning is at 8 a.m. So there's no live stream, unfortunately, but I'm going to try my best to keep updated on Instagram. If you don't already follow me, it is all of the shenanigans. Shannon, like SHANNON, IGANS. All of the shenanigans. And on top of all the prep craziness, if that wasn't enough, drum roll, after all of the freaking events in our apartment, the flooding, the AC breaking 4 times since my last show, Junior Nats, which was, 3 weeks ago, the cricket infestation, the cracks in the ceiling, the cracks in the wall, the place is literally crumbling. We are officially homeowners! Woo! So we literally closed on a house the week of prep. So if I have been a space cadet and not responding as quickly, not promoting the podcast as much, I have been running around in a good way, like a little chicken with their head cut off, but like, you know, a happy little chicken. And if you're watching the video, I hope you really appreciated the little dance that I just did. So yeah, thank you for listening, because like I said, I'm only gonna share this here. I'm not gonna post on my Instagram until we literally have the keys in our hands and we're at our house walking into the door. But yeah, so we are first time home buyers, so this has been a crazy experience. We don't know what else to expect. We've signed so much paperwork, but I bet you there's more, because that's just kind of how it's been going. So many phone calls, so many text messages. Yeah. And I've been having more people this week, which is so awesome. And my coach just said, "Are you chillaxing?" I should message her and be like, "I'm actually podcasting. Does that count?" I think that counts. I'll tell her in a second. Oh, it's so sweet. Some people are messaging me right now. Oh, you guys, I have literally the best people in my corner. So, and that counts, that includes everyone who's listening and watching. Thank you, because so many people lately too have just been telling me that they like listening, they like watching the journey. And I feel like I was just gonna say, oh my gosh, the ADD brain. It's so real. I hope you enjoy the chaos. Yeah, crap. I don't know what else I was saying. Oh, and then I'll sign off after this. So this week I have also been getting more inquiries than normal. I haven't full sent with the promotion of this yet because I want to make sure that I have the capacity. And now, between just wrapping up prep, getting into our first home, getting out of our lease, and then my new job shenanigans, there's still some like tweaks with that. I've still been getting people that have heard about posing prehab as a service, not just my cute little videos, which I love. I love that the referrals are getting out by word of mouth. So if you don't already know, basically my background, I grew up as a dancer and a cheerleader. My specialty in physical therapy is actually dance medicine. So that's why I love posing. That's why I feel very flowy. And then with my physical therapy degree, that's where the doctrine of bikini comes from. It is my job to literally analyze movement and fix movement, and to give programming that's very specific and doesn't contraindicate our training. So a lot of girls have been hearing, which is really cool, and I promise I'll get back to you once this show stuff wraps up. A lot of girls are hearing about me doing programming for them, where basically you send me a video and we have a little one-on-one session. If you're not local, it'll just be like a FaceTime session or just a video. And basically we have a discussion about what you feel like you're noticing or what your coach is noticing with your posing, what the goal is. And then I can tell you from the PTI what is limiting you, and then I can give you programming to fix that. So that way, when you get on stage, all of the money and the time that you've been investing, you want to look your best, right? So a lot of girls will tell me, I lose my core when I'm on stage, or I feel like I can't quite turn to the front like I would like to, or I'm having a really hard time being balanced on my heels, or hey, I'm not sure what it is, but I just can tell that I feel awkward here. Can you see what's happening? A lot of shoulder breathers. So a lot of those things I can help to fix based off of sessions together and or programming. So posing prehab will officially be launched once I have the capacity. But if you message me, if you DM me, text me, we will figure it out. I just haven't hardcore promoted it and created cute little graphics and all that for that reason. So yeah, otherwise, if you want to send a submission as a request for posing prehab clients, if you know somebody you want to refer them, if you have an anonymous story, that is still a segment as well. I have some more coming up this upcoming month, so that'll be really cool. And yeah, if you have funny stories, prep stories, questions, I love when people send in prep questions that I can cover for here. But I think that that's about it tonight. So I hope that y'all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this surprise bonus episode. I will create another episode post-show, not the day after, because we will be at Disneyland, because I can literally see it from my hotel room right now. We will be over there. But when I get back, I do have a dancer client on Sunday, but I will still be recording. So thank you for listening and supporting, and I hope that y'all have a great week. Bye guys, wish me luck.